So the House Select Committee investigating the Capitol attack has filed a pleading in federal court, arguing to a judge that they have enough evidence to assert that Donald Trump committed the crime of conspiracy to defraud the United States, conspiracy to defraud the American people in connection with the 2020 presidential election. This is an important development because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So the House Select Committee investigating the attack on the U.S. Capitol has filed a pleading in federal court asserting that it has enough evidence based on more than 550 witness interviews. It has a good faith basis to argue to the federal judge that Donald Trump committed crimes. The crime of conspiracy to defraud the United States, and by extension, conspiracy to defraud the American people, and the crime of obstructing an official proceeding, the count of the electoral votes. Here's the new reporting from the New York Times. January 6 committee lays out potential criminal charges against Trump. And that article begins, the House committee investigating the January 6th attack on the Capitol said on Wednesday that there was enough evidence to conclude that former President Donald J. Trump and some of his allies might have conspired to commit fraud and obstruction by misleading Americans about the outcome of the 2020 election and attempting to overturn the result. The committee said they had accumulated evidence demonstrating that Mr. Trump, the conservative lawyer John Eastman, and other allies could potentially be charged with criminal violations, including obstructing an official proceeding of Congress and conspiracy to defraud the American people. The filing also said there was evidence that Mr. Trump's repeated lies that the election had been stolen amounted to common law fraud. So with that in mind, let's look at just one short passage from this new filing by the House Select Committee. The Select Committee is investigating the violent attack on our Capitol on January 6, 2021, and an effort by the former President of the United States to remain in office by obstructing Congress's count of the electoral votes. Plaintiff John Eastman purports to have been the former president's lawyer in connection with that effort, but plaintiff's role was not simply an advisor. He spoke at the rally on the morning of January 6, spreading proven falsehoods to tens of thousands of people attending that rally. Plaintiff John Eastman has already invoked his Fifth Amendment right against self-incrimination in response to 146 separate questions posed by the Select Committee. Now, he's attempting to conceal a range of relevant documents behind claims of attorney-client privilege and work product privilege. And then this filing goes on to argue to the judge why these claims of privilege being made by John Eastman to try to prevent turning over what I'm sure is deeply damaging and incriminating information, incriminating of John Eastman and very likely Donald Trump, they tick through all the reasons why the judge should reject this claim by John Eastman. And one of the many reasons is because of the crime fraud exception. Because an attorney and a client cannot be in a fraudulent scheme together, as Donald Trump and John Eastman undoubtedly were based on the evidence, and then hold up the attorney-client privilege as a shield and prevent that information of crime from being disclosed to investigators. But as important a development as this is, it ain't all sunshine and rainbows. Why do I say that? Well, part of me continues to feel like we're in some kind of an upside down, bizarro government world. You know, we've got a legislative branch that's conducting an investigation of the insurrection and filing pleadings in court saying the evidence supports the conclusion that Donald Trump committed crimes against the United States. And we've got the judiciary, another co-equal branch of government, virtually screaming that Donald Trump is responsible for the attack on the Capitol, saying things like the foot soldiers, the people who stormed the Capitol on January 6th, who are being prosecuted by the Department of Justice, are pawns in Donald Trump's game. And a judiciary saying things like, as federal judge Amit Mehta just said, Donald Trump's conduct on January 6th was the, quote, essence, close quote, of a conspiracy. And yet, we've got the third branch of government, the executive branch, the only branch with the power to prosecute. And from the executive branch, we get crickets. Now, I haven't lost my hope. I haven't lost my faith. I haven't lost my optimism that Donald Trump will be held accountable. But it's hard. It's hard for me. I'm betting it's hard for you too. Because for us, justice matters. Hang in there, friends. And as always, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.